After reading
While men are walking away from dating, let's get into it.
tens of thousands of your comments over the years, I know there are a multitude of reasons why even the most desirable men are walking away from dating. It can be summed up with the juice ain't worth the squeeze. If you're a man, let me know which ones resonate. And if you're a woman who wants to attract and keep
The
a good
juice
man,
ain't
you
worth
may
the
want to pay attention
squeeze.
and make some personal adjustments to make sure your juice is worth it. If you're new to my channel, I help men decode modern women so they can find, attract, and keep their keeper, or simply have better relationships with women if they prefer to stay single. Welcome to Just the Tip. All right, let's do this. Jake will be our fictional man, ready to go MGTOW.
All right,
1.
Jake, what's up?
Unrealistic expectations. If you watch any of the Red Pill channels, you'll probably have seen a panel of high-maintenance, low-value women listing off their must-haves. 6 feet tall, six-pack abs, and a minimum of a six-figure income, or a trust fund, your typical Chad. Now, the truth is, those women are selected for their clickbaitable audacity. Just like men perhaps secretly desire the perfect woman, a perfect 10 who's an angel in public and an OnlyFans in the bedroom, men can be happy with a decent woman who isn't perfect but who makes them feel good overall.
Yo, and a lot of women don't understand that. They think like that's settling, or like you think less of them, but it's just like, yeah, the perfect girl would be cool, but if I can find someone who fits me and makes me happy, I'm cool with that too. It's like everybody wants to be your, I don't know. I guess when a girl is into you, they want to be a sex symbol to you, and it's like that for dudes is different. You don't need your girl to be a sex symbol. You don't need it. You know what I'm saying?
However, though
We like women, like we get into relationships with women for other reasons. Now, if we just, initial attraction, then that's another conversation. But what she's speaking on is unflattering truth. So to the average woman that's going to hear this, is going to throw them off like, what?
most women can be happy without a Chad, they have been brainwashed by both men and other women to think they should want them. And at the slightest sign of lack, they look for excuses to dismiss a good man who might actually be the perfect fit for them. Key point: while some women are setting up OnlyFans accounts, most women aren't pushing the angel OF ideal. There's a reason.
Right.
More on that in a minute. Example: Jake went on several dates where he felt that the woman he had met had a long requirements checklist. One date ended rather abruptly when he mentioned he didn't have a six-figure salary yet. Many men feel pressured by
Abruptly?
unrealistic expectations, leading to feelings of inadequacy and frustration. Unfortunately, some men have unknowingly encouraged women's expectations by constantly
Most definitely. Yeah, we might go in and say girls is, but at some point, you may not hear it all the time, we're going to bring it back to dudes.
saying that's what we all want. If you
No. Let me put y'all on. Women fall in love with what they what? Hear. Men fall in love with what they see. And what we see don't always have to be physical attraction. But what I'm saying is that if you're telling a girl that's average, yo, you fire, you look dumb good, I'm trying to bag, you're hot, you're smoking hot, you're this, you're that, you got the fatty when you really don't, and you a baddie when you really not, let me cash up you some bread even though you're a 3, they gas. They actually believe that now. They don't look at it as like, you just said that to gas me up because you wanted to hit. They look at it as like, no, like people think this about me. I'm really who you're telling me when you're just saying anything just to hit. I knew dudes that would tell girls, yeah, I love you. And I didn't even know why. I'm like, would you tell this girl you love her and you don't? It took me to get older and understand, like, some was just trying to get the yeeks, bro.
You say something loud enough and long enough, people start to believe it. Women instinctively know this. That is why women's body positivity started. Ladies and gentlemen need to stop telling women they want the perfect man and start acknowledging that kindness, loyalty, and reliability, along with shared values, compatible beliefs, and goals, are what we all truly need. 2. Past negative experiences. A lot of men have had bad experiences with women, whether they missed the red flags that were there, ignored them, or were masterfully manipulated. Past negative experiences can tarnish their outlook on all women. The unfortunate part is those men often actually don't trust themselves to see the flags or to throw back a throwback when she displays them, because he might believe that's all he can get. Example, after a painful breakup where Jake's girlfriend cheated on him, he found it difficult to trust women again. He decided to take a break from dating and heal to focus on himself. Past negative experiences can leave lasting scars, causing men to step back from dating to avoid further hurt. So ladies need to understand that just like we have psychological self-defense mechanisms to protect ourselves, so do men. Practice gentle understanding. It costs nothing but is a priceless gift. 3. Financial burden. Even though there are more women than men in post-ed nowadays, and many are making a lot of money, most women want a man to make at least as much as they do. However,
they want them to make more, and if not more, the same level in that ballpark.
Supply and demand mean those men.
Wait, hold on. Shorty done changed the drip. Okay, she putting that on. All right, Shorty, okay, put the fit on. Got the little leather. Got the little country. Okay, we switching up fits on them.
In short supply and have plenty of options. Even a good man may not feel like busting his balls on a date to an entitled princess or provide a lifestyle that reaches beyond his income. Example, Jake noticed he was spending a significant portion of his income on dates and gifts, trying to maintain a lifestyle to impress his dates.
Even if you ain't spending money on dates and gifts, let's just say you spending gas money or Uber into a girl spot or Uber into the location and she's not like lit or ain't never say, hey, let me scoop you or let me do something for you. You really start tallying that up. I remember there was one chick one time in my life. I'm like, bro, every time I link you, I ain't had to do nothing. I ain't had to do the date. You feel me? But every time I link you, I gotta pull up. I gotta spend money in an Uber to come kick it with you, and you got a V. Like, and you hustling backwards. You don't even got a hustle mentality because when I'm spending 20 on an Uber there or 15 on an Uber there, that's 30 in your tank, right? That's a full tank. So you could make that last a week or half a week, or you could BS it off because you just made that off the link. So that also, I'm like, you're not even a hustler because that money I'm giving to the Uber, you could have put that in your tank. You feel me? And I'm gonna offer the gas money. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And then there was another shorty. I'm like, every time I kick it with the other shorty, I don't even gotta spend money. Like, it made me want to spend money. I don't even gotta spend money. I don't gotta pay for no gas. I don't gotta pay for the ride. I'll scoop you. We out here. Like, that made me say, like, I want to. No, she's talking facts. I started tallying it up, and that's very minor what I'm talking about. I was tallying that up, and that's minor.
He felt financially drained and decided it wasn't sustainable. The financial burden of dating can be overwhelming, leading some men to prioritize financial stability over romantic pursuits,
100.
with some fellas choosing to rent instead of buy or shop abroad where their money goes further. Ladies must realize wealthy men have plenty.
When she said shop abroad, she talking about going overseas and getting you a nice foreign thing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to spend as much. Even if you're paying for the cat, it ain't going to cost as much. You're going to go from 40 to 20. You're going to go from 40 to 15. You know what I'm saying?
Plenty of options, even if some of those options
40.
are gold diggers. If you have embraced the bounty of breaking the glass ceiling, you may need to adjust your financial expectations of men and consider other high-value traits like financial responsibility. 4, lack of appreciation. Unlike many moons ago, now women can do pretty much everything for themselves or hire someone who can. How many times have we heard a woman say, I don't need no man? Well, I'll tell you, many times, too many. If a man isn't needed, it's difficult to appreciate him. No one thrives in a relationship where they feel they can be easily replaced or discarded. Example, Jake frequently planned thoughtful dates and went out of his way for his dates, but rarely received even a tepid thank you, never mind any kind of reciprocation effort, and he felt rarely appreciated, but instead taken for granted. Feeling unappreciated can be very discouraging. Men, like everyone else, need to feel valued in a relationship. Ladies, you can practice appreciating the men in your lives. Show at least as much appreciation.
It's crazy that you have to teach girls how to appreciate a dude, because growing up, like I tell people, you could take a boy, give him no parents. Whether he chooses to or not, he's going to know how to treat a lady, because movies is going to teach him, Disney is going to teach him, music is going to teach him, hip hop going to teach him, female R&B going. You could get the biggest Chanel up in the store if you want to. The biggest Chanel, like 5 bands. You know what I'm saying? Society in America is going to teach you how to treat a lady. You don't even need your parents to teach you that. They do anyway, but they don't even need to. But nobody teaches you how to treat a man. And with a lot of men that are in their daughters' lives, they end up giving them the princess mentality, instead of saying like, yeah, a man should treat you this way and that way, but you need to know how to treat a man. And I'm a man, so I'm going to tell you what we like and don't like as well. They end up not doing that because in reality, they don't even know how to be treated, you know, and they end up just teaching their daughter to have the princess mentality. A man got to do everything for me.
To a generous man as you would to your best friend. 5, focus on personal goals. Some men have a lot on their plates and don't want the distraction that can inevitably come from dating and relationships. Whether they're young and want to get ahead in life, or are older and licking their wounds trying to rebuild a life, sometimes the smartest thing to do is to go solo for a while, or maybe even forever. Example, Jake is a high achiever in everything he does and passionate about his career and personal growth. He found that the immense effort he put into dating often distracted him from his goals, so he decided to focus on his professional and personal development instead. Many men are choosing to prioritize their individual goals and ambitions over dating, finding fulfillment in their careers and hobbies. Ladies must accept that in order to enter a man's life who has a lot on the go, she needs to be an asset, not a liability. Make his life easier by being in it. 6, fear of commitment.
Hold on. She said make his life easier, bro. If you are watching this right now and your shorty not making your life easier, you need to get rid of her. Get rid of her right now. If she came into your life and didn't make your life easier, the things you already, if you're doing nothing at home, then I hope she's making nothing easy. When you get with anybody, they're supposed to make your life easier. It could be a million different things. Come on, don't get me started. Let's let this woman cook. This not about me today.
There's no shortage of relationship horror stories, many ending with the man losing his shirt, his house, his kids, some kids over there, or even worse. With the divorce rate over 50% and over 85% of divorces initiated by women, no wonder men fear commitment. Even living together can be a trap. Example, Jake has seen many of his friends go through messy divorces. The fear of a similar fate made him wary of committing to a serious relationship, so he opted to stay single. The fear of commitment, fueled by observing adverse outcomes in others' relationships, can lead men to avoid dating altogether. Women must acknowledge the truth in the stats. Though it can happen, reality shows that few women are losing their homes and paying palimony. Want to be a real keeper? Offer a prenup from the get-go. It can actually protect both of you. 7.
Prenups get tossed out all the time, bro. That's not even the way. Prenups ain't even the wave no more, bro. Prenups get tossed out all the time in court.
Cultural and societal pressures. We live in a world where every culture and society has its own set of expectations about relationships, marriage, and the roles men and women play. These pressures can be overwhelming, particularly for men who are caught between what they want and what they think they should want. Whether it's the pressure to marry by a certain age, or expectations around providing financially, or the stigma of being single, these societal norms can weigh heavily on a man's mind. Some cultures have even more rigid expectations, like needing to marry within a certain community or following specific traditions that don't align with personal desires. When the pressure to conform feels too heavy, it may simply be easier to step away from dating altogether than to risk failing in the eyes of society or family. Example, Jake comes from a culture with strict expectations about marriage and relationships. The pressure to conform led him to step back from dating, feeling that he simply couldn't meet his own desires and society's expectations. Cultural and societal pressures can make dating feel like a daunting task, leading some men to simply walk away to avoid conflict and stress. Ladies, if you want to keep him around, let him know you're looking for a relationship based on mutual understanding, not societal approval. If you can, ditch the cultural rule book or at least try to navigate it together. 8. Mental health concerns. This one's big. Stress, anxiety, depression, ADHD, ASD, OCD, PTSD. There are a multitude of mental health conditions that can make dating and relationships confusing, overwhelming, and frustrating. Whether it's not being able to read body language or not be able to make eye contact or simply requiring more energy than a man has, the effort required for dating can be exhausting, and some men are bowing out. Example, Jake struggled with anxiety and depression. The added stress of dating exacerbated his mental health issues, so he chose to focus on his well-being before re-entering the dating scene. Men increasingly recognize the importance of mental well-being and may step back from dating to try to focus more on self-care. Ladies need to practice gentle compassion with men. It's a tough world out there for them right now. Women have been making great strides forward, while many of our men are falling behind. That is not my kind of equality. 9. Changing relationship dynamics. In much of the developed world, feminism has brought with it a new attitude about relationships. Women who don't want a traditional relationship don't have to have one. They can support themselves and have kids by themselves. Well, this leaves a lot of men wondering where they fit into the romantic relationship model, or simply deciding to commit to not committing. Example, Jake noticed the shift in how many of the women he dated viewed relationships, many emphasizing casual connections rather than long-term commitments. It was difficult for him to find a woman that he was attracted to who had similar values. Changing relationship dynamics with a trend towards casual connections can make it difficult for men who are seeking long-term commitment. Ladies who want a long-term relationship should be very much more selective of who they have sex with. Promiscuity is not a top must-have for most men looking for love. Sorry, but true. 10. Desire for independence.
She said that sorry, but you like, she know women want to be hoes. Not all, but she know women that's just promoted. Like, I'm taking away one of y'all number one things. I'm empowered if I'm a hoe. You know, that's why she did that little disclaimer like that. She already know, you know what I'm saying? She know.
Can't be bothered with the effort required to find, attract, and keep a keeper. It's not only a lot of work just to get one good one, but then there's the ongoing maintenance. Every good relationship takes a lot of effort. There's a saying that men believe the work is over when he gets married or gets into a serious relationship, while women think the work is just beginning. Just like going to the gym is how you maintain a fit body, relationships require ongoing effort. Some people are content on their own without the added work. Example, Jake values his independence and enjoys his solo pursuits. He finds that dating requires just too much effort and often compromises his freedom. He was happy being single and so decided to remain single to maintain his lifestyle. The desire for independence and the freedom to live on one's own terms is powerful, and why some men are walking away from dating. Ladies need to understand
I've only had like 2 serious girlfriends, bro. Maybe 3.
Appreciating and rewarding good behavior gets more of it than punishing bad behavior. Yeah. Never nag. Walking away from dating is a personal choice influenced by many factors, from past experiences to individual goals and mental health. Noisy Track. It's essential to respect your own desires and understand that everyone's journey is different. It's okay to go the solo path. In fact, you're better off single than sorry. Now, if this video resonated with you, please.
Hey, look, man, this is just another day of, dating with Macon. If you want more dating with Macon content, comment down below, like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Yo.